All right, so I said today we are going to talk about plugins and themes. Our entire class is going to be focusing on these two concepts. Okay. Now, mm, let me now share my screen. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this is my dashboard. This is my dashboard. All right, so this is my WordPress dashboard, right? Now, what are plugins? In WordPress, plugins are simply additional tools you can add to your website to extend the capability of your website. Okay, when you install WordPress for the start, you have access to basic functions like basic functions or basic things that you can do with WordPress. But certain things are there. If you want to be able to do them, you will need a plugin to install on your WordPress or to install it on your website so that you can what? You can extend the capabilities of your website to do those other things. So that is all about plugins. Now these plugins, you'll be wondering how did they come about? Plugins are built by what? Developers, okay, programmers. Several plugins that we have in the market, they are built by programmers, web developers, people just like myself and you, but they have the knowledge as to how to write code to build the plugin so that someone can install it on their website and then they can do ABCD. They can do a lot of different things altogether. Okay, so plugins simply it helps you to extend the capabilities of your website with other features. And then two, it is developed by developers or programmers. They build plugins. They are just people like me and you who have the knowledge to code plugins, to write codes for plugins in order for them to be able to do other things. Now WordPress they have a repository. When I say a repository is like they have a database where almost all the plugins that people build around the world, you can find them there. So if you go to plugins here from my screen and then you go to add new means you want to what? Find a new plugin and add to your website. If you're adding a plugin, it's like you are adding some features to your site. So if I click on add new, you see all these things that I see, they are plugins that come from the what? The repository, the WordPress plugin directory or repository. There are a lot of plugins, over millions of plugins existing in the in the plugin market. So as your learning journey goes, you will come to use different kinds of plugins for different purposes. For example, you realize that I installed this classic editor. I installed it and I activated it. Do you know why? Let's see the details of classic editor. What does it do? I'm going to click on more here. When I click on more, it is going to load the description, the purpose of this Classic Editor plugin. Now it says Classic Editor is an official plugin maintained by the WordPress team that restores the previous what Classic WordPress editor and the edit post what screen. It makes it possible to use plugins that extend that screen. Add old style meta box. Okay, I'll just stop here. But this is what it does. It says it's an official plugin maintained by WordPress team that restores the previous what Classic WordPress editor and edit. You see, WordPress has evolved. Currently, if you install WordPress, they have a new editor. When I say editor, when you want to, let me say, add a new page, the editor that is being presented to you, by default, WordPress has upgraded their editor to something we call a visual editor. Previously, in the olden days, like when I started building websites with WordPress, somewhere around 2011, 2012. Okay. No, is that 2012? No, not 2012. Somewhere around 2000 and let me see. Yeah, 2010 thereabouts. 2009, 2000 and 2010 going. They were using something we call a classic editor. They're using classic editor. So so I like the classic editor. It's very easy to use than the current new editor they have brought. Even though that one also is a bit nice, but we don't like it. So that's why we install this classic editor. When we install this classic editor plugin, it will bring back the option for this what classic editor for us into our WordPress. So without this classic editor plugin, we will not be able to. So let me go to installed plugins, for example. I want you guys to see the editor, the difference between the new one and the old editor. So if I go to pages, let me just view pages right now. You see, now that I have my classic editor plugin installed here, it has now what override the new editor and is giving me the old one, which is the one that looks like this. You see that whenever I want to edit anything, this is how it's going to look like. But now if I go to plugins, installed plugins, and then I deactivate this particular classic editor, this classic editor plugin, what it does is that it changes the current WordPress visual editor to the old classic editor. So I'm going to deactivate it. When I deactivate it, it means that it will no more work like how I want it to work. So I'm going to pages, okay? I'm going back again to pages and I'll go to about us. Let's see how it's going to look like. When I click, look at how the editor has opened. You see that it has opened. This is the new WordPress editor. It's called a visual editor. But we don't like this one because it's not nice. To me, it's not nice. It's not also nice. You guys, if you look at it, it's not nice. So in order for us to be able to get the old editor back, we will go and install the what? The plugin that was created to what? Restore the old editor back. You understand? So that is the purpose of plugins. Like maybe you want to do this and then currently you don't have it on your installation. You can just go and look for a plugin that can do that thing for you from the plugin repository or the plugin store, and then you download it. Just like mobile application, how you go to Play Store and you download the app that you want. You want to play game. If maybe your phone didn't come with a game, or the game that your phone came with, you don't like it, you can go to the Play Store and download the game that you want into your phone. That is how plugins are when it comes to websites. Some functionalities might be missing in your site, and then you don't like it. You can go to the plugin store and download a plugin and install and activate it on your website. And that plugin will do whatever you want for it. So I hope this explains that. So now I'm going back to plugins, and I'm going to activate the plugin back. So now you have learned something new. When you install a plugin and you activate it and it starts working, you can come to the installed plugins, find it, and deactivate it again. You can deactivate it without even deleting it. You can just deactivate it so that it will not work for a while. Okay. So now there are several plugins you can have. Now let's leave that one and talk about themes. 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 Okay. Now these themes are very, very, very key, very, very important. I told you guys that, you see, WordPress is based on what? Themes. Like, and the theme is like the structure of a website. So this is what happened. We have developers or programmers around the world who knows how to write code, like advanced code. You know, what they will do is that they will design or write code for a full website. mm, For a full website, and then they will now make it like a template. They will make that website they have built like a template so that other people can take whatever they have built, install it on their WordPress installation as a theme, and they can now customize it. They can change it. They can change things from it. They can change the pictures. They can change the text. They can change what have you to suit their own. That is the concept of themes. So, for example, if I go to appearance and I go to themes, okay, you see, yesterday I installed this theme called what? Arrival. If you go to add new, for example, oh, you can see different kinds of themes. These are themes, okay? They are like websites that have been built already, and they have turned them into a template that you and I can install it and what? Customize it. Hmm? That is the concept of themes. So one thing you need to note, when a developer builds a team, when a developer designs a team, after doing that, he will write a documentation for it. When I say documentation, I mean like a manual, how people can use that team to build their site. He will write a documentation about it. So almost any team that you use, before you're able to know how to fully customize that team to make your site look nice with the team, you have to be able to read the documentation that the developer gave and follow the guidelines that they give in order for you to what? Customize the site to look exactly the way you want. So I think I have a team already called Arrival. If you didn't go to install that same theme, you have to do that after this tutorial. You can see this the Arrival here, which I installed and then I activated. Now let's come back to our themes. Good. Now you've seen it here, right? Now when you install a theme, sometimes the theme will bring you certain settings, some new kind of options to your WordPress dashboard. You see new menu options around. For example, this Arrival setup, you see this one, it just appeared because I installed this particular theme. That's why it appeared. So now I'll click on theme details. So that I'll see, you see, the name of the team is what? Arrival. Hmm? The name of the team is what? Arrival. So if you want to search, you can just search for Arrival. You can go and search for Arrival online. You can see Arrival WordPress team by WP Operation. WP Operation is the developer's name. It's written here. This is how I got to know it. Watch. Sorry, let me show you this. Are you able to see? My screen has stopped sharing. Can you see my screen? Can you see my
Yes,
screen now?
yes.
Okay, when I visit my site, you can see below when you install the Arrival team, and then you come you visit the front page of your site. That is the front end. At the footer area, this is a footer area. You see something proudly powered by WordPress. Team is what? Arrival by what? W Operation. So you know the team name is called Arrival, and this by means that it was built by WP Operation. Maybe that's their brand name. So you can just come to Google and then you search for Arrival WordPress team by WP Operations, and then you are likely to find it here. We are going here because we want to see the demo. You know, every team that you are working with, there's a demo. A demo is the full makeup, like the way they have done it, the full view of it. I understand. So see something here. I can just click on live demo and then to open a demo version. You know what demo version means? A demo version is just like, for example, I've built a game or I built something and I want you to see how the thing will work. I can do a demo of it to show you. Huh. Where is it? Arrival. This is the one. This is the one we are looking for. Have you seen it? This is the one. You see, Arrival. Those people they have different templates. All these are templates. You see them like different website designs. This is their website. The WP operation people. They are specialized into building teams for people to use for their websites. Like you don't have to spend hundreds of hours creating, coding the website design and stuff. They will do the coding, they will build a team for you. You just need to go through the work they have done, and then you pick the team that you like. You pick the team that you like, and then you come and use it in your website and change it with your own pictures and your own images. I hope you understand the concept of themes, okay, in WordPress. Okay. Um, where is it? This is the one I found. This one. I found this particular one. So I'll click on preview. I want to see the demo of it, how it's looking like in the first place. That's why I'm coming here. So you see, this is the demo of it, full demo of the website. Have you seen that? This is the full demo of the site. Look at how it looks like. Very nice. All you need to do is install it and then make changes. You make changes to whatever text, whatever images, logo, whatever that you have. You just change it. So now, there's another aspect uh, of Teams, which is the documentation aspect of it. The documentation aspect is like the manual. So as you have a team like this, there should be a documentation, some kind of document that shows you how to use it. If I click on this documentation, it will open the documentation for me. You see that this is documentation, introduction, welcome and thank you for blah blah blah. You know, if you read the full documentation, you see they'll be giving you guidelines. on how to work with the team that they have provided, how to work with the team, you see, how to use their team to build your website. All these are guidelines. You can go through them and stuff. So these are two key things, very, very important things that I've taught you now about teams and their demo and their documentation. Now we are going back to our website. We are going back to our website. It's 8:22 now, almost 8:30. But I think we started the class late, so pardon me. We'll spend some few 10 minutes or 15 minutes in addition to complete it. So now I have a team here called Arrival installed. Okay. Now I'll go to Arrival setup. Arrival setup. This is an option that was brought into my menu options because I installed the Arrival team. Okay. Now to begin with, you see when I go to Arrival setup, you see that I have getting started. I have recommended plugins option here. These are plugins that they recommend you to have, okay, to use. So you can simply install, you know, if I click on install, I'll wait for this install to finish. Okay. Oh, it's run away. Okay, so it has activated. I'll install Elementor. Elementor is also another plugin used to do certain things. Just don't worry, just know they are plugins. You have to install them because they recommend it for us. The team Arrival that we want to use, they are recommending these 3 plugins that we should install. So we have to do that. We have to install it. Great. Anyway, let me go back to our appearance Arrival setup. We are left with one plugin to install. Recommended plugin. Install and activate. This is the last plugin we are installing. All right, so that is done. Now we have something called demo. You see this option that says import demo. A lot of teams come with that option. What it means is that you can quickly import their demo content on your website. After you import it, you can start doing your changes. Okay, yes. But before that, I don't want to go too much detail in this team, whatever. I'll pause here and I'll talk about one last thing. Elementor. This Elementor here is, let me go to the information about it. They have a website, so let's go to Elementor's website and then we will see what they do. You can see on Elementor's website, it says the world's leading WordPress website builder. Now, Elementor is like You see, have you seen Elementor in action? You use it to build your layout, your designs, everything by just dragging and dropping, dragging and dropping, dragging and dropping. Okay. So for the most part, we are going to be using Elementor to build our designs. Now you can find certain teams that also use Elementor in their design. They use Elementor to build the team for you. For example, Arrival team that we are using here, they are also working with Elementor to build their team. Let me get in here. Yeah, they are also working with Elementor to build their team. That's why in the recommended plugins, you saw that they asked us to install Elementor. So now I want to import their demo. Okay, their demo website. This is their demo website. This is their demo site of the team we are using. I want to import it. I want you guys to take note. So I'm going to do the import. But first of all, decide to install and activate a certain software. So a certain plugin. So I'll do that. Okay. Now when I import, you see now after I've installed that plugin, it will give me all the demos they have. You see different websites, different website designs. Look at them. Look at them. Different. Plenty of them. Okay. All I need is to choose one and import it into my website. After I import it, I'll start to customize it to suit my information. Let me see. I'm going to use this one. Even though I don't know how it's going to turn out, but let me import this because this one looks like a portfolio thing. Or how about this one? Not this one. This one. If you hover your mouse around it like this, you see the option import or live preview. If I click on live preview, it's going to open a new tab and show me the exact look of that particular theme design, such that if I install it, this is how my website structure is going to be. So now this particular picture, this picture of this guy, I can change it to my picture. Okay, what this name like this, I can change it to my name. This information here, I can change it to my own. When I come down here, this about me, I can change this whole text to my own. These buttons, I can choose where I want them to, what I want them to do, where I want them to go. These services, I can change all these text, these logos, everything to be my own. I can put whatever message I have here. I can put whatever message I have here. Whatever message I have here, you know, in that way. Look, so much stuff. Okay. So I think I've said a lot. I don't know, but let's interact a bit so that I'll know whether should I proceed or not. So guys, you can on your mics and then let's talk. All right, so you go through these demos. I'll pick one. For example, I want to pick this demo. I'll click on import. If I want to view the preview, I'll click this and I'll see the preview if it's okay for me. If it's okay, I'll come back to my site and click on import. Now, when you click on import, you wait a while. This pop-up will come. Okay, you see there are a few plugins that you are supposed to install here and there. You can click on install. First, you wait for it to finish. The team sometimes can use certain plugins that you don't have at the moment in your site. So sometimes you have to install them. You can see what I'm doing here. I've just clicked on install to install the first plugin. Have you seen it? Can you see this smart slider? I clicked on install now. It was like this and I clicked on it. Now
Yeah.
install it. So you just wait small for it to finish installing.
Let's general. Yeah, left.
Wait, I'm coming. Okay, just use the two options, install, install. When you are done, click on go to the next step. Always look for next stuff, and then you'll be done. It seems my internet is down. The install is taking longer than usual.
It's going to change it.
All
Yes,
right, but
do.
you guys just follow that same procedure, okay?
Okay, okay. So,
All right. Sofian, how about Farouk's machine? Have you opened to check the hard disk position? Abu Solve.
yeah, not yet. I just want to work on it.
Okay, you should see maybe
I said then.
some. Yes.
I haven't checked on it yet.
Okay. All right.
You were saying.
And I think I should just manually install these plugins before I come back.
Sit down with her.
Yes.
Did Mama call you? That the uncle. They've admitted him.
Since when?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll call her today. I missed her call.
Yeah. So that's it.